It is January 25, 2024, and it have started to be a little change in my life, because I now when it starts 2024, things opening, and I have not been into drive to those places where there is meetings, not a religious meeting, but to meet other people in any age. But I have done that because in this area where I live, do we have a website or a site on Facebook where we can talk about things that happen in our area. So I was to a meeting this week, and it's not far away, so it's no excuse to not go there, and it's only one day in a week, on Tuesday, and so it takes me 5 minutes to drive there with my scooter. And I was there, and it was opening after Christmas and New Eve, and I got something to eat and a coffee to drink. I don't drink much coffee, but I can drink coffee. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's I can do it, and I did have one. I had whipped cream with me, so I could take that to into the coffee, and that was good because it was so very, very dark coffee, and it showed up that when I come back home, I pee on myself. I couldn't take away my pants as quick enough, and I have this wrapping on my legs, so it was only to take them away, so I don't have anything wrapping on my legs this week. But I have not said that to my doctor, that I don't have it. I will tell next time I meet the doctor and say it was yesterday that I needed to take it off and not tell the truth, because he maybe go angry at me, so I don't want to do that. And it is I have told them that it doesn't work to wrap my legs. It's not that problem. I have told you that I have chronic stress because of everything that have happened in my life since my birth. Evil things, and I have high blood pressure when I was 8 years old, and I have told you, but not together with this, but I was had the connection with God when I was 8 years old. So they, in some way, they calmed me down in this, that I was I had so stressful childhood, and they come and talk to me. And it was when I was 8 years old. I was behind my parents' bookshelf, and I hold a book in my hand that was not for a child, but that book was a spirit book. It was not a real book. And in that book I saw many faces, and now I have no thinking about it, but now it's coming to me that in the book was it only men. So that's it's what I have told you, that like some men on the altar, they tell me that God doesn't talk to any woman, and they that is very hard to be a woman and preaching. You need to be married to a preacher. You need to have someone that is over you as a woman. That's what they say, overseers, to take care of you, because you can't stand on your own legs, because God doesn't talk to you. So a man need to tell you what God is telling you, and that is a lie. It's not right. It's it's as long as you believe in this, what man is telling you, that God doesn't talk to a woman, and her place in this world is to give birth to his children, and be that he allowed you to do some preaching under his command, what he's telling you, what you should say. You need to give him, before you do any preaching, you need to tell him what you are going to preach, and then he tell you if it's okay to preach or not. You are under his roof. You are not your own, you are a slave, you're a prisoner. And now I see this on Facebook. There is those small reels coming now. It's very much about black churches, and they do those African dance. I have told you before, you that have followed me from the start, that they did the same in Africa when I was there out in the forest when I lived there. They did exactly the same as they did in the church in the United States. They did those dances. And I had told you that I was in black churches in the United States for 20 years ago. And we were dancing in the spirit, but we never did African dance. We danced, but it was not African dance. but they do it now, exactly the same thing in their dance. And it is this, no really music. It's only drums. And then they do this African dance. And when I was in 95% I was in total black churches. And some people didn't like that I was white and come into their church. But I told them that God had told me to visit their church and to learn what's going on. And I didn't know anything about churches. So that was what I was started in. It was black churches. And I learned from the black churches, and not from the white. And but we never danced this African dance that they do now. 20 years later, they do that today. And I tell some people that I can tell that there is much drugs in the church. And that is what I have told you earlier in my podcast about how they were full of drugs. And it was people that paid the church to do the drugs. And I was there. I saw it. I come to know it. It was very much drugs going on in those black churches I was in. And I am sure there is in white churches also. And that's why they're dancing this African dance style. And I be a little thirsty because I have bought a heater, so it's cold outside and it's a low temperature, so I should freezing if I don't have this heater that I bought. We have central heat here, so if it's under 6 Celsius, plus 6 Celsius, then they take it off, the heat, and then it should be okay, the temperature inside, but it isn't, because it's in the same time is it very rainy weather that make it cold inside. And I tell you that it is full moon now when I'm recording, so I don't know if it's will happen something that have with the full moon to do. And it have been some talking, and that make me recording this, because it have been in the air something that make me that I should start a recording. And I feel someone here just now. But I'm going to tell you that maybe tomorrow I'm going to visit our library. We have that in our area. It's only like 5 minutes from where I live. But I have told you that I can't read books. because God stopped me to could read books when he come down and talked to me in year 2000. And after that I only can listen. That's what God wanted me to be, to listen in the air and listen to him and listen to the afterlife. And when I tell you about afterlife, I have got some friends now since the meeting we had, but they are not yet really my friends, but they have noticed me. And one woman, I have her as a friend now on Facebook, and she asked if people that have died, if they go to heaven and work with their own life in afterlife, built up home, friends, family in afterlife. She have not really understood it. And maybe some of you that listen have not understood it. That is, it is not like here on earth. I explained for her that in afterlife there is so total different from what we live here on earth, that there is like no judgment in heaven in that way like we have here on earth. The spirit that is here tell me to tell you that he's sending telepathy to me, what I should tell you. And there is no judgment like here on earth. And when we do our judgment on this planet, here on earth, we do the judgment after what we can understand in what we see and hear and read. And we don't know this person, how it started. And I got some message today from Afterlife. They say that it's not only about your life, how it have started, how it have been, and why you have done what you have done in judgment way. It's the spirit, they can also see where you are coming from in that way when your parents met each other. Because that can have done things to you as a baby because they didn't know. So they raised you in that way they could understand. And what they understand was wrong. And that make you be what you are today. So they don't only see your life, they see your parents' life. And in that way could understand why you become the one that you are. And today was it on the news here in Sweden about in United States. There's a man that should be killed in a prison, and they have taken that away, the penitentiary, but he did crime before they changed the law, so he's going to be killed, and it's many of it's a split this with if they should kill a person, because it's hard for people to understand this with the Bible, that if someone hits you, you should hit back, and I have just placed how to forgive in my podcast, just done it, where it's tell you about to forgive, and it come to this people that judge this man that he should die because he killed another person, and that is a biblical way to say, but it is, we should not kill. That's what it says from the beginning, that we should not kill. So it's on them that make the decision to kill, to be judged in heaven, and it's on those related to the one that he killed, if they should forgive him and let him sit in a jail his whole life through. But then is it some people saying about the money, and it costs money, everything, anything, and but the killing of him in prison, that make it shorter way to lose the money on this man, and we know, I have told you what God is saying about money. That is not God. That is should not rule the world, the money, but it does. It does, and of course sometimes is it money good thing if we do good things with it, or else it is not God. When I got the money from you, from people, I never take it to myself. I do the work for God with those money, because the money is God's money and not mine. It should not be for me, myself. There is a reason why I get this money from people, and that reason is build more in what God is telling you, to tell you what's in God's will. And I have paid my platforms now, so I'm free from the bills. So I'm very thankful for you that have helped me to pay the bills. And now is it very much screaming on me that I need to go to Ireland. And that is very hard for me, as I can't walk like before, that I am so weak in my body. And I maybe can take the flight to Ireland and be at the hotel. But then I need to look around also and walk where God wants me to walk, or what heaven, afterlife, want me to visit, as most of my ancestry is coming from Ireland, so I need to check it out. And they come like Vikings to England and Ireland, and those Vikings was royals, and they married royals in England and Ireland, and they even had they own some areas in Ireland, and I wanted to check out the Druids, what it is, because I was told that I have been a Druid in year 600. So I want to know what they are going to say, my ancestors that was Druid. And I need to go and be there, because they are so many that was from Ireland, and then they moved to United States because they could speak English, so it was easier for them to come to United States and work there. And many of them become preachers there, open up churches in the United States. Not everyone was Mormon church. They also was in many other churches, Catholic also. And so I need to go there to check it out, because they're gonna talk to me when I'm there about Ireland and how it was in their time. I have talked to you that is follower to me, that have been from the start in my podcast. I have told you that the first when I walk in Virginia Beach in the United States, I had Jesus with me, and he walked with me and talked to me, and he told me how it was when he lived. So I come to know very much details about Jesus. And that's the same way when I will be in Ireland. They are going to talk to me in Ireland, that they can't talk like like that here in my home. Yeah, I can maybe get some talking to me from Ireland in that time when they lived. I have done that with Queen Mary, she that got her head cut away, and she come twice, and one time I laugh because it sounded fun when she come and walk and look on the floor, and I ask her why she look at the floor the whole time, and she said that she was looking for her head. She was not completed when the head was on here on earth, and some of her was in heaven, but she was not fully complete if she didn't find her head. She told me, and you heard it, you that have followed me. So she was from that direction, and I was in Scotland, and I was to the castle, not as a tourist. We were driving to the park, the castle park, and we walk around in the park, and then I sit on a bench made of stone, and I say to my daughter's father. My daughter was not born yet. It was 1984. And I say to my daughter's father, maybe the Queen have sitting here on this bench where I sit. I say to him, and maybe I had that contact with her, but I didn't know. I didn't knew in that time what I know today. That I didn't know that afterlife exists. I didn't know that my ancestor live in afterlife. I didn't know that in that time. It's not a long time ago I find it out. And I found it out because they were telling me in Jerusalem 2016. They told me that I should do my DNA. And from that moment, when I got my DNA, and I got it from Ireland, my DNA, and I got those visits coming to me. And I said yesterday to he that come first, that really make me understand that he existed, but in afterlife, that I have told you this, that he come with a paper, white paper, and in that white paper I read like I am walking, because I didn't know that I had ancestors that was in United States, and I only thought it was in Scandinavian I had ancestors, and I say to him, I can't really read what you are writing there. So he went away and come back after some second. And then he had another paper that he held up, and he come closer to my bed so I could read what he was saying. And it was saying, "I am James Walker," he said. And I didn't understand because I have not done my DNA in that time when he come. So I had no clue what did it means with James Walker. I am James Walker. But then when I got my DNA result from Ireland, I found out I have lots of Walker in my family tree. And it is people that, I think 2 women was married to Joseph Smith in the Mormon church. And from them is it where they are coming. It's lots of Walker in my family tree. So I have found him. I'm not really sure that it is he, because I have about 6-7 James Walker in my family tree. So I'm not sure, but I remember how he looked like. And he had this, it's like they live in a mansion. They have a big ranch. They are not really farmer, but they are owner of farm. And they have this clothes on that is very nice, with skin on the elbow, on the coat. They have skin there, and so he looked like he was in the 50s, 60s, a year, 1950, 1960, like that, when he came. So, and that showed me that he was real, that he lived in afterlife. And today, now I jump to another subject, because today they were talking on the news about password, to protect your password. I don't know how far it's going, but maybe it's all over the world going to be this, that they steal your password. And the best way to do is to change your password. Not everyone, but those that have with money to do, or a relationship with other people, like Facebook, and they say Netflix, but I don't have Netflix. But many people have that. Those password that is for those places where you are interested to watch, open up every day. And I can't say so much, as I don't have any friends that they can try to get money from, and they are saying that they are me and that I need money from you, and I don't take, I don't have any connection with you private, so that's impossible that I should know you and ask for money. I don't know you. I have told you that I can see you sometimes, how you look like, but I don't know details about you. But you should be careful with your passwords. And I laugh about myself because I have a password that is 15 signs long. I don't use anything that can connect it to real things. I don't say that. I had that from the beginning. I had my daughter's name and her birth year, but that is too easy to know. So it's those password I have. It is make no sense, and they are 15 long. So I can't remember them on my own. But I have a paper that I have all the password on, and it's not on the internet. It's on my computer, but it's not on, connected with the internet. And so I put a warning because that's how it is today. It's very much criminal going on. And you know what time it is when they have told us for some years ago, they told us that in the end of time, the good should be treated like it is bad, and bad things should be treated like it's good things. So you have to not run and make a decision. You need stop, and I have told you to say, I can't answer you today. Let me think about it, and I will return to you tomorrow my answer about it. If it's something important that you must make a decision, some important where you should pay money for something, you need to say that to them, that I can take your information about these things, and then I think about it overnight, and then I answer you back tomorrow. That's the wise thing to do in this time we live in. Don't rush. Don't rush away with decision that is important decisions. Decision that have with your life to do, the decision that have with your money to do, the decision about what relationship you should have with a man or a woman, what decision you should make with to buy a house, a car, what is the good with it, the benefit to do it. You can write it up on a paper where you ask a question to yourself. Why is the reason why I should buy these things just now? Can I wait to buy it, to buy it later on? Those things you should write up on a paper, and then you go there if there is something that teasing you to spend money on, or you spend your time on. So it's time for me to end this recording. I maybe lost things that I should have said, but I hope I can say that next time then. And don't take everything I say to you 100%. You need to think on your own. You need to have your brain with you and be wise. And some things is to pondering about what I have said to you, but it's not needed to be the total truth for you and your life. You need to make decision of your own also. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.